Hey yo, that's Cooking Mama, and there's the gauge cluster. Installed pretty much how it's going to be forever. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this extra space that I have on the side. I would like to find some small gauges to put there, but I'm not sure if anybody makes anything small enough for that. The smallest that I found are 52 millimeter gauges that are actually like decent gauges. But yeah, looks pretty good. I just used an old busted CRX gauge cluster housing and then modified that. I just bought a shitty trash can, black plastic trash can that I use for plastic for the backing for that shit, and that worked out pretty well. It fit really nicely inside of the housing after I gutted it out. I'll post pictures up so you can see what that process actually looked like. And now I'm going to start the car. Let me black out this LED so you can get the full-on effect. There we go-ish. Good enough. Alright, for my keys. Boom. That is it. Let me close my door. Stupid beeper. Alright. So, that's the gauge cluster. Everything's functioning properly. You got the high beam light right there. Turn signals. Check engine light right there. I have that hooked up to a switch. And yeah, that's it. I used some potentiometers from Radio Shack. A suggestion from one of the guys on Honda Tech 4-door EF. Thank you for that tip. That helped a lot. I used two of them, one for the fuel gauge and one for the engine coolant temperature sensor gauge. That thing right there. And I was able to trim down the signals to actually get it so the gauge reads them properly. And I cross-referenced them with the ECU via Honda S300 to make sure that my readings are correct. And they're pretty close to spot on. There's about a 3-degree deviation going through the temperatures for the coolant temperature sensor. But I can deal with that. I set it so it reads a little bit on the warmer side for that peace of mind. But yeah, that is the gauge. Everything functions properly thus far. Still waiting on a speedo healer so I can adjust the vehicle speed sensor input, but everything else has been fixed. And that is what she looks like. After I get everything finalized, I will replace the little plastic piece right here, so it looks fairly close to stock, or a little bit more better, I guess. Blah blah blah. Yep, that is it. Cool. I like it, and I'm done.